Dr. Bond.
Jerry Niemeyer, I'm involved in life, health, and wealth insurance and estates.
Mary Louisa, Friends of the Library.
I'm Anna Ross and Ashley Nemeth, and we're the ladies at Simply Couture. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Ashley Rowlett. She threw out my maiden name. I'm sorry, such a habit.
Cody, I'm Pam, Affordable Comfort.
I'm Melissa Fields. I'm the director of the Stewart County Prevention Coalition. I am the District 5 County Commissioner, and I own 3 businesses in this community.
I'm Misty Wyatt with CASA of the Highland Graham, Stewart County. I'm the Volunteer and Development Coordinator.
Is your guest with you? Huh? Is your guest with you? My husband. I've never met you. Oh!
Who is that man?
Okay.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Are you introducing us?
You can. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Holly. I own Midway Pizza. Sorry.
I'm Philip Wallace, Fulton Combs.
And you already met me.
You met me.
Peggy Hollingsworth.
And Peggy's our chamber secretary. And you are?
Don Bailey, American Legion out of Dover, Tennessee.
Okay. So Don has some information that he wants to share today with us. And one thing I forgot to share at the meeting is that the booze baskets will be available starting October the 4th at the local liquor stores. I was asked to announce that and I forgot to do it.
Brando soon told me.
Did he? Okay. So I said I would happily do that. And one thing I want to encourage all of you, when you have activities going on in your business, email the chamber so we can help spread the word with things that you're doing, because that's why we're here, is to help you. We'll go ahead and share with you while Mr. Bailey's getting ready. We have a boat coming in on the 20th, which is Friday. Right. And then we also have a boat coming in on Monday, Tuesday the 24th. I've said that all week long, and it's Tuesday. On Tuesday, we're having a vendor event, and what that means is, since the boat guests can't come to you, we want you to come to the boat guests. And so we have tables for $10, and you can come in and set up anytime after 8 o'clock in the morning. The boat guests will be here between 1:30 and 2. And we have actually 2 buses of boat guests that will be coming through. So right now there's approximately 90 people that will be on the buses that will be coming here. So if you have a service to offer and you want to set up a table about your service, or if you have product you want to sell, this is a great opportunity for you to be in contact with the boat. Yes. And this is open to the public, so make sure you tell your friends and your family and everyone that you know that this is happening on Tuesday, the 24th. And we will be here from 8 until 4 for the vendor event. So we really want to encourage you to participate. Several of you already have, and I hope it was successful. I know you got to meet a lot of really interesting people and talk about your products and what you do. So we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to have a table to spend the day talking with locals about what you do. Mr. Bailey, you're up.
Well, if you'd like to have lunch, that way it doesn't get cold, so I can talk back
Okay.
for lunch, if you'd like to do that.
If you would like to go ahead and serve yourself lunch. Lunch today is from Midway Pizza, and our Vice President Patty Page and Holly, owner of Midway Pizza, have coordinated to provide lunch today for our meeting, so don't be shy.
Do you have plates?
I don't think that's how, there's no sauce in that place. I didn't walk back purposely.
These 3 are pepperoni.
How you doing, sir? All right, how about you? Thanks. That's the better set.
All right. I hope so.
May not be enough of us now. What's all my salary? What?
I'm gonna get there at this point.
Okay, so what salad is that?
What's that? What salad is that?
That's the chicken salad.
I just did it with my own, chicken, green peppers, tomato, white sometimes I got.
I'll be there next year.
We can't do that, there's plenty.
That's why I buy one that must split.
Yeah, that's
Get a
why I
side
said
salad
I
and
was
I'll
thinking
cook
maybe
some.
this that big.
No, yeah, I think they're twice.
It's better. I mean, it's home. It's home. I just hate it. I do too.
Well, I'm gonna take it. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna, you gonna get a piece of pizza?
Hey, Mr. Fulton?
When Mr. Bailey finishes his presentation, we'll pick back up and talk about things that are going on with the chamber that might interest you. So we just want to make sure that everybody keeps. Yeah, we up here so we can see.
Boxes out. My reminder. What is that? Huh?
You can put them up there in my notebook.
No blood work.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna stay and have pizza with us?
I've got 12:30 meeting I gotta be at. I have still a piece of pizza on the road.
Absolutely. Oh, there's a Sunday, one Sunday.
My office is always open.
All right, please y'all, just continue to eat your pizza. I'm gonna try to, there's a lot of information about the American Legion. I'd just like to share some of it that we have today. I don't need a microphone or anything, do I? I can talk pretty loud. So she might be a little loud, but I can talk pretty loud. So just real quick, the pictures you see on the screens is what we're called the Dover, Tennessee American Legion family. The Dover, Tennessee American Legion family consists of the American Legion, which are the post members, our auxiliaries, which are our women members and spouses. The other ones is Sons of the American Legion, which is descendants of male American Legion members or veterans. And finally, we have our Legion Riders. So When you see us across town, we wear these shirts, this cap. Sometimes you'll see us, oops, there's my pen. With this cap, this is a post cap. Sometimes you see us, I'm a member of each of four. We'll wear this cap also, which is the Sons of the American Legion. I'm the squadron commander, which means my dad served in the military and I was eligible to join the Sons of the American Legion through my father. And sometimes you see us like this, which means I'm an American Legion rider, which means I have a motorcycle, I like to ride, and when we wear these vests, if you see us England Funeral Home standing in front with the flags, we are doing an honor flag line to honor our veterans from Stewart County, regardless of the membership affiliation, a flag line, and we can also do a motorcycle escort, and it costs the veteran and their family nothing. We also do veterans honor funerals with a firing detail. We provide veteran funeral services. We do a firing volley for the veteran. We can escort the casket. We do the flag folding ceremony also. In the last year, just in Stewart County and Houston County, we did one in Brewston, about 2 hours away. We've done 15 funerals in the last year easily, probably more than I've been participating in. So it's very important that we make sure that we honor and remember our veterans, and that's something we do for the family for free. It costs the family nothing. We do it out of the kindness of our heart. That's one of our missions, is to remember our veterans. Like I said on the slide, you see a bunch of information flowing through there. So I'd like to kind of give you a little bit synopsis of what the American Legion, how we got here. The American Legion was founded in 1919, and the American Legion is the largest nation's network of wartime veterans, families, and our communities. Nearly 2 million folks in America, and Puerto Rico, and Germany are American Legion members. We have 12,000 community posts. It's a grassroots organization. We're all volunteers. And it springs from local posts to state posts to national posts, to national headquarters. The American Legion stands on 4 pillars. They are Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation, National Security, Americanism, and Children and Youth. And you go, wow, that's pretty broad. And in essence, in Stewart County, here's what we try to focus on. We do veterans recognition. So we've probably pinned over 800 veterans in the United States because we travel a lot. Vietnam Veterans Commemoration Pins. We've also pinned Korean veterans pins. We've also pinned Vietnam widow veterans pins to the widows and spouses. So collectively, we've probably done over 800 pinning of spouses and veterans in our community and across the United States. You see us do the Memorial Day ceremony at Fort Donaldson. We also do the Veterans Day program in Stewart County. And this November, we host the Stewart County Veterans Honor Meal for about 200 veterans and their families for free. We don't charge them anything to come and have supper with us. We cater the meal, and we give away a lot of door prizes. A couple of days ago, we just completed our 11th annual 9/11 rally around the flagpole here in Stewart County, which honors our first responders. We do it on 9/11. The first responders come and talk about their experiences, and then the Versacare Dover Care Center in Dover provides the Heroes Picnic, which is a great opportunity for us to mingle. And we appreciate Dover Care Center for supporting that. Another thing we picked up, and if you've seen it a couple of times, is we do the Wreaths Across America program at the Fort Donaldson National Cemetery. There's approximately 1,718 veterans' graves at Fort Donaldson Cemetery. That's a lot of graves to cover. The last 2 years, we were able to cover them completely 100%, 1717. This is only our 8th year of the program. COVID set us back 2 years because of COVID, but we're short about 1,000 wreaths. I had some applications for that, but I left them on my other vehicle, so I'll make sure I give it to the chamber. If you'd like to support the Wreaths Across America program, it's here at Fort Donaldson. We're about 1,000 wreaths short. We also do the Blue Star Family Recognition, and you might ask, what is that? And that's basically my son serving, and we recognize the family for their family member sacrifices. The son, the daughter, just give us a call. We also do the Honored Eagle ceremony where we recognize our Eagle Scouts from the Scouts when they attain the rank of Eagle Scout. We do that. We also do flag retirement ceremonies, that if you have a flag and they're unused in a portion, we're working on getting boxes so we can collect those flags, and during the winter, Not the summer, we can actually go ahead and retire those flags. We also do Boys and Girls State, and Standard had a great article about the Boys State and Girls State mission that we do with our local school. This year we sent 10 Stewart County, last year we sent 10, no, this year we sent 10 Stewart County Junior High School attendees to Boys and Girls State collectively, where they go to a college. The Boys State go to Tennessee Tech Cookeville. The young ladies go to Lipscomb University in Nashville. And they spend a week there learning about the Constitution, voters' rights. The Supreme Court Justice in Tennessee comes down and talks to them about the legalities and the systems. And they learn how to establish a city. They vote a mayor, they vote a governor, they vote a Supreme Court, and they actually go through the process of what a government should look like. I would love to see the program come to all the high schools in the state of Tennessee and across the nation, because you really get that 1 week block of everything you probably need to know. And again, when we get out of high school, I don't remember a lot of the stuff from civics, but it's important to execute your right as a citizen. We also help veterans during Thanksgiving and Christmas. We assist with the Stewart County Christmas Children's Program every year. I do this because I play Santa Claus for a lot of the small organizations out here, so that's kind of nice. And lastly, we have a group that we just formed, and we're called the Land Between the Lakes Tennessee Veterans Group. And it basically consists of Stewart County, Houston County, and Henry County. At our last meeting we had last month, we had all 3 county mayors here, probably about 30 or 40 veteran groups here to represent that, because we're a highly impactful veterans organizations in the county. We want the mayors to know this is what we're looking at. These are some of the problems we see in our counties, which is what everybody sees. But for veterans, sometimes there's specific things that don't get brought up. It's very important to make sure that our veterans in our communities have the resources that they need. Let me give you some numbers. I had slides to give you guys, but I had 2 in my car, so I apologize. Just a real quick impact number, because I like the top numbers. If you knew me before, I was the past Stewart County Chamber Commerce Director, and we were pretty able to provide economic impact numbers for tourism. We used to do that to y'all. Let me give you some numbers about economic impact numbers for the Stewart County veterans. Stewart County population veterans, let me ask you, Jerry, how many veterans do you think stay in Stewart County?
1,500.
Yeah, 1,528 according to VAs. That's a pretty good guess. So 1,000, that's veterans. That's not spouses who had a veteran husband that passed away. That's not the active duty component that lives in Stewart County. So 1,528 veterans. Any VA compensation, retirement pay that the veterans get, the value number for the dollar amount is $32 million. It's brought into Stewart County. So if the veterans receive a VA compensation or retirement pay, that's kind of lumped together. For our VA education benefits in Stewart County, our veterans have taken the opportunity to apply for $1.6 million of veteran benefits. That's the Montgomery GI Bill, that could be the OV program, that could be the VA program, so they are going to school. According to the VA numbers, we have 29 veteran-owned businesses in Stewart County. I know 4, but a lot of veteran-owned businesses work out of their home. The number of VA home loans for 23 for veterans was 69, 2023. If you ask our real estate agents now, guess who's buying homes in Stewart County? Veterans. Do you know why? Because we're the close proximity to Fort Campbell. We're also really close to Nashville, we're close to Paris, we're close to Dixon, and we're close to Murray. So veterans like the land, and they like the essence of privacy, and just sometimes just leave us alone. That doesn't mean they're not involved in the community. If you're a veteran here in the audience, raise your hand. So the faces that you see on there are our neighbors, they're our friends, they're our family members, and they're business owners. And they actually assist our community in great, great ways and benefits. Altogether for Stewart County, Tennessee, our total veteran impact is $64 million that we have here in Stewart County. That's our total veteran impact of everything that we do, what we buy, what we spend, what we put in, our spouses working. That's our total veteran, $64 million. So let's say we took Stewart County veterans out of here and we had 100 veterans in our Stewart County. It would definitely impact our businesses and our community and everybody, and our property taxes would probably be a lot higher. But again, that's just a veteran impact. That's not counting everything else that we can figure out. So I just wanted to let you guys know, and be aware of what we represent. Again, we're the American Legion from Dover, Tennessee. We're called the Dover, Tennessee 72 Legion family. We have a Facebook page, Dover, Tennessee American Legion 72 on Facebook. We publish lots of information there. If you would like to support any of the programs, we're always asking for support. And if you do not offer a veteran or first responder discount, please do so. Because here's what happens on Veterans Day in November. All the big businesses in Clarksville and Dixon and Paris, Veterans Day discounts. It's kind of hard to do that in Stewart County. So we know some businesses do that a lot. Some businesses don't even think about that. So on Veterans Day, offer a Veterans Day discount. I would encourage you to, if you could. Also, if you do that, maybe offer a veteran's spouse or dependent or children discount. Again, I'm the past chamber director guy, so I know economic impacts and how important it is to have people walk through your doors in the county. I understand exactly that, and I recommend people to try Stewart County businesses out. And then if you're not sure, go try it out. Try it out, and you let us know, what happens. But if you have any questions about anything for veterans, let me know, and I'll try to answer it real quick.
One thing I wanted to mention about the veteran impact. My office manager of 5 years, who just left, was a military widow. She raised 4 boys through the Stewart County school system. So I don't even think you look at that impact of what the money we get from the federal government in the school system, how many kids are in the school system because of veterans or military widows. And I had, like I said, our office manager, and then the woman that I replaced her with is a military widow. So I think the impact of the spouses is even, probably even greater, I think. I mean,
and he's correct. That's just the veteran benefits. That's myself. I'm a veteran. My wife's a veteran also, so is my son. So there are a lot of veteran families that is close in the community that we move here. We tell our families to move back because we like the close proximity to Fort Campbell, Dixon, Clarksville, Murray, or Paris. I mean, we live in a great area. Nashville Airport's maybe an hour and 20 minutes away on a good day. So we like that. We like living. We're centrally located in the United States of America with a lot of families going back and forth. I'm amazed at the number of retirees and folks who just get out of the military that move to Stewart County. So again, the best thing we can do is support them any way we can. Again, I'm a member of the American Legion here in Dover, Tennessee. I'm also a member of the VFW. I'm also a member of the Disabled American Veterans Stewart County chapter. So I'm a member of all 3 veterans organizations, but my focus is, my dad was an American Legion member, and that's what I wanted to do, be an American Legion member. So, yes, Jerry?
Don, do you have a list of veteran-owned businesses and what services they provide?
I don't know if I can pull that off through the VA, and I don't know if the chamber can, but I'll see if I can be able to pull that off. It'd be nice to recognize them. Again, a lot of the veteran-owned businesses, Frank Laura, electric guy, I know he's a veteran. So just by hearsay, and I'm like, I'll walk to the guy and he'll come and do a service, or I'll run into somebody, and I'm like, I didn't know you were a veteran. You never wore any veteran stuff. I'm like, so it's nice to promote that. Between the American Legion, the VFW, and the DAV in Stewart County, our 3 organizations collectively, we probably have 560 veterans in our groups. Veterans, not the spouses and the auxiliary or the riders, but 560. So we have 1,583 veterans, I think that's the number, that reside in Stewart County. So we're only touching 1/3 of the folks that might just need some help. Hey, I just need a ramp, or I just need some help with this, or I don't know how to file for this veteran benefits. We've got a veteran service officer that does that for us in Stewart County, Tim Morgan, down in the basement. He files for veteran benefits on behalf, to include benefits for the spouses, guys. A lot of folks don't understand that if the veteran passes away or if he's homebound, the spouse can get some benefits to help take care of that veteran also. So it's important for us to share that mission and say, hey guys, we're just here to help you. We don't care if you join the American Legion, the VFW. It's nice to have you as a member so we can keep you abreast on what's happening, but if you just need the assistance and it's just one time, we're here to help. We're here to help. We're not going to build your house for you. You can't climb on the roof and repair the roofs, but we're veteran that will give you a veteran discount. This is a Stewart County veteran business owner that does that. So we're here to share our network of who we are and what we can do and how we can help. A lot of people still, the American Legion Post 72 in Dover was founded in 1930 in Stewart County. We're named after Douglas Milford Lyons, who was a first lieutenant that got killed in Verdun, France in World War I. Who's buried at Fort Donaldson National Cemetery. That's who we're named after in 1930. In 1945, we peaked at about 255 members. I was like, holy smokes. Right now, we're at about 150 members in the American Legion Post, 36 members in our auxiliary, 25 members of the Sons of the American Legion, and I think about 38 or 40 members of our Legion Riders. So that's us. We started again in 2012. I moved to Stewart County, and we almost lost the post chart. And we've rebounded since then to be 150 members strong. So again, you see us in the community, say hi to us. Again, our next couple of events are, we just did Rally Around the Flagpole. We have the November Veterans Honor Dinner here at the Visitor Center. And then we spring right into Reach Across America in December. If you see those flags in front of the Visitor Center, that's for anybody that wants to purchase a flag and say, I just want to fly a flag because I want to. The small ones, we do $10 for the Field of Honor in front of the Visitor Center. We put that up the 1st of November for Veterans Day. And the big ones we have are business sponsors or individual sponsors, and that's $100 for the flag. That pays for the meal that we cater, guys, to have that done. And we hire local Stewart County business to cater our meal. I mean, we keep it in Stewart County. That's our main goal. If you have any questions, I've got my business card. If you have any veterans family members that have not received any recognition, let us know. Again, it's nice to have them as a member, but we just want to say, hey, if you want to come and have supper with us during our Veterans Honor Dinner and bring your children, please do so. The most people we had here at one time, Veterans Honor Dinner, we had 227 people in this little visitor center having dinner for free. And we gave out about $2,000 worth of items for free that we got from our local business. So please consider sharing that information. Any other questions? If you didn't know, and you saw in the paper, this is our only Small Business of the Year award category, Department of Tennessee winner. Midway Pizza got submitted for Veteran Small Business of the Year, and they won. So please do not call them Midwest Pizza. It's and again,
And we do a military discount every day.
so again, please share the word. I wish there were more people here. We're getting into high school in a couple of days to talk about Boys State, Girls State again. And again, we're just here to help the veterans. I mean, we're here to assist, to include the spouse and the kids. Because working with Melissa, we know there's a lot of kids that are going through a lot of things. And again, we do homeschool stuff too. So if you want us to come out and talk to your small group, or if you want a business to present the colors, where we bring the flags and post the colors and present the colors, let us know. We do that. We don't care. We do that because it gets us exposed to the community. Also, if your church has never had the 13 folds of the flag, where we bring out the flag and we fold it and tell you what the folds are, what we folded for a veteran in the past, there is a ceremony that goes with the fold. When we're folding the flag at a ceremony funeral detail, we don't recite the steps, but there are 13 steps that every time you fold that flag, it represents why we fold that flag. And if you'd like your church to do that, give us a call. We can send 2 people out there one Sunday. It doesn't got to be Veterans Day. It doesn't matter what weekend it is. You say, hey, I'd like to do that. Because that gets us in your church. The veteran sees us. And then the spouse goes, and I had this with a little kid. Hey, mama, you're a veteran. Why don't you go and talk to them?
Y'all always do that at Eagle Fest, don't you?
Yeah, we do it at Eagle Fest. We do it at Memorial Day. But we do it at church events. We do it when we do our events here. We do our spaghetti supper. We did that. When we do our Veterans Honor, we do that. When we do Fort Donaldson National Cemetery, we do that. So we do that anytime we can. Because again, when we're there at your place, we can do that, and you can say, hey, I need some assistance. That's all we want to do, is just try to get the assistance. And then again, it's nice if you join. We have meetings like everybody else. So I say don't come to our meetings, but we do have a great pop-up. And then I say don't come to our meetings if you don't want to, but come to what we do. Because when you're out there like that, I mean, you see some of the pictures. When you're out there in the community, we see that. We thank you for being a veteran. We thank your spouse. Because if I could talk to a spouse about veterans' problems, I'll get better response than talking to the veteran himself. So it's important to make sure that the spouses know that we have resources to help them also. And a lot of the resources that we have in the community, we share with Melissa, we share with the senior center, we share with our VA representative downstairs. So we share that because you know what? Because we ain't got the funding for that. I mean, if Melissa didn't have arms to help her with what she's doing in the Hudson House, it wouldn't happen. So we are, and you know what's great, guys? I love Stewart County so much that I have better response when I go and talk to a business or someone else and say, hey, I need some money to help with this project, and it goes exclusively to Stewart County. We don't send a lot of money out of state to work on state projects or national projects. I'm like, look, guys, let's keep the money here in Stewart County. I get a better response when I talk to my Stewart County folks and businesses then when I go to Clarksville and ask them for something, and I go to Paris or Dixon or Marin, and I ask them for stuff, I get a better response from Stewart County. That's such an amazing thing. And trust me, as the past chamber director, I know, hey, I support the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the baseball team, the football team, the Hudson House, the American Legion, and they get tagged bad. But you know what? They don't mind because they see it as an extra benefit for Stewart County. So if you do sponsor, one of your businesses sponsor that, ask them to bring your little sign saying, hey, we're a sponsor of the Veterans Honor Dinner. We're a sponsor of the Hudson House. That way we know who's sponsoring that event. It's important to get that recognition. You don't think it is. Some people don't want it because you're going to think, oh, I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask them again. But I'm going to ask you once a year. We don't double tap none of our entities. We've found the good time to ask for our donations and to ask our fundraiser. We don't backstab anybody. We don't jump on their program. We do our own, and people has recognized that. Certain times of the year, this is the American Legion and what we do. So again, if you could sponsor the American Legion, any of the programs that we do, it all takes funding. To send 10 young ladies and 10 young men to Boy State and Girl State collectively, that's $500 a kid. And we raised all that money through Stewart County. Businesses and individuals, $5 grand to send 10 young ladies and 10 young men to Boy State and Girl State. We're also working on scholarships for the high school. We gave the first one out last year to a young lady that was going to a technical school. We have opportunities to do that also, so we're going to try to do 2 more scholarships this year for a young lady and young man that's going to a technical school or trade school. It's important. Trades are important, very important to our health of our nation. And again, not everybody wants to go to college for 4 years. I'm appreciative that you guys can, but some folks just don't want to do that. They want to go and get that trade knocked out and then come back and then work in the community and work someplace else. So that's something else we're looking at. If there are no more questions, you guys please continue. We thank you for your time. I brought some brochures, but I left them probably on my kitchen table. But that's my business card, so follow us on Facebook. We post a lot of the events on Facebook. We also post a lot of events at the Chamber site, and hope to see you guys, if you're a veteran, on November 11th, and then at the Reach Across America program that we do at the cemetery, and it's kid-friendly. To place 1,700 wreaths on the veteran cemetery during Reach Across America, it takes us about 20 minutes, because we have about 200 people show up there with their kids. And that's what's very unique, is to see the small children placing that wreath on that veteran's grave. Very moving, and it's very nice to see that in Stewart County.
Thank you. I just have a couple other chamber activities I'd like to share with you. First of all, if you followed us on Facebook, you know that our Christmas ornaments came in. So our Christmas ornament this year features the Sykes Museum, and we have these for sale in the Visitor Center. They're $10 if you would like to have an ornament to put on your tree. We have that. Also want to let you know that we are doing the Scarecrow contest again this year. And I have applications posted online for this as well. The deadline to enter is October the 5th, and the judging will be October 21st through the 25th. So for those of you who participated last year, you know the drill. You decorate your business for what you want to be your fall theme for your home. And then we actually have a panel that goes around, drives around to all of the houses and looks to find the one that's the most unique. So that's something we have coming up. Another thing that we have coming up is a Christmas parade, and that is December the 7th. So we do have applications available and the guidelines for the parade entries. If you would like to enter the parade, we would love to have you. So that's something that we have going on. There's another project. We do the Christmas lights. We work in conjunction with CEMC. And you decorate your home or your business however you choose, and then we have a panel of judges that drive around the county and look at the lights, and then there are awards for those as well. So those are some things that are coming up that I want you to be aware of. One of the things that we're looking at doing, several years in a row we had lights in the park, And everyone could take their families and go to the city park and look at the Christmas lights, and that's kind of gone by the wayside. So what we're trying to do is find a venue that businesses can decorate a tree any way you want to, as long as it's in good taste and there's nothing really, out of the box with it. Nothing live on the tree, no live trees. They have to be artificial trees. But we want to try to start a process where we provide something for families to go to look at different Christmas trees, kind of to take the place of the lights in the park that we no longer have. So this is something that the Chamber's talking about doing, and we're looking for a venue, and we're in conversation with the venue now to see if we can do that. But I want to encourage you to think about doing that as well. Again, we have a vendor event coming up on Tuesday of next week. So I want to invite you all to come and participate in that, whether you sell or shop. We want you to come on and be part of that, and again, tell your neighbors and your friends. So one of the things that we want to do when we have these meetings with you is find out, what can the Chamber do to help you? What are your expectations from the Chamber? And one of the things I want you to think about too is we need your activity. We need your participation in the Chamber. The Chamber officers are serving as interim right now, and these people have agreed to serve for a year because we were kind of left with nothing. So I want to encourage you all to consider serving as an executive board member or a board member at large. And we will have nominations for those positions in March. The elections happen in April, and in May the new officers are seated. And the Chamber needs you. We need activity in the Chamber. We need some fresh ideas in the Chamber. We need new faces in the Chamber. So I want to encourage you all to consider serving as an officer in the Chamber or working on a committee in the Chamber, because we have a lot of activities going on and we always need extra hands. So I really want to encourage you to do that. Again, this is your Chamber, and your Chamber needs each of you. So please give that some consideration. But now that you've had a couple minutes to think about it with me yakking, what are your expectations from your Chamber? What would you like to see? This is a safe environment, but I can't hear anybody. How many of you have been involved in chambers in other cities? Okay, so we kind of have a clean slate to start with. Do you have things that you know you don't want your chamber to do? Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah.
Over here. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
I think some kind of festival, like, we're known for the lakes and the hunting, some kind of big festival, maybe it could tie in with a fair or something like that to bring tourists in. I know we have the boats, we have camping, but something that is Stewart County specific.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That identifies Stewart County, and hunting is the big thing that I see. So maybe some kind of festival that can brand Stewart County more so than just the lakes and stuff like that.
That would be a good thing. We need a festival. We need our identity in a festival. We have found out that there's a sweet tea festival. There's a black eyed pea festival. There's a festival. You make a festival out of anything, but you're absolutely right. We need to find our niche to do our festival, and it needs to be inclusive of everyone in the county. So we want Indian Mound, Bumpus Mills, Big Rock, Cumberland City. We want all of those hamlets in our county to become involved and be represented. But that's a great idea, and we'll have to bring that before the board and see what we can come up with. Maybe not this year because this year's almost over, but maybe it's something we can look forward to doing in the future. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Yeah, when I was growing up in our town, we had a parade, a Halloween parade. And what they did is they had the younger people dress up, they go through the parade, they're judged, and then they receive like a bicycle for first place or whatever. And then they would go someplace and we'd watch a movie. The old movies like Abbott and Costello meets the Werewolf and stuff like that. But that was very successful. It was probably 17 blocks long.
Oh, wow.
But it was packed. With young kids who made their own costumes, made their own floats and everything. and then it was judged by chamber members.
That's a good idea. We can actually put that one on the list too.
I'm ready for sing.
Okay.
You know, in Illinois, this is my first chamber, other than the St. Louis JC's, Junior Chamber of Commerce. Charter number 1 on that one. But at that time, well, and more Maine, because that's where JC started, was in St. Louis. But I've been to other areas and towns, and in Illinois, where the ancestors all grew up, all of those small towns had homecoming days. And the town that my family was from Milton. They had an actual fairgrounds, and they had some rides and things like that. You know, obviously food, drinking, and that sort of stuff. But they also had the parade. And now that I think about it, it was the commercial club, which I guess is their form of the Chamber of Commerce of Noshad. They were the ones that put on the parade. And of course, they throw out tchotchkes and candy and stuff like that from the parade.
Awesome. Put that one on the list too.
And a lot of other small towns around there. This is right in the St. Louis area in terms of where it is. It's not up in Chicago and it's not down in Cairo, but they all seem like they had homecomings, very small towns.
That's a good plan. What else you got? Come on, give me your best shot. Now you have ideas swimming around in your head. You just need to let them out.
You know, my mom always gets me in trouble.
Now Miss Sandra, you know that's not real true.
Something in the fall, because we have Eagle Fest in the spring.
Okay, something in the fall.
And it could coincide with the county, if we're going to start having county fair.
As soon as, in answer to that question, we have our last meeting is going to be Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday for the fair board. And immediately following that, as soon as the fair is over, the end of the rodeo, that very next morning, we meet again. And we're already starting to plan next year's fair. It's going to be a continuous thing.
Are they planning it to be a little bit earlier for the 4-H kids? So that they can...
We have to go by, because we're getting carnival rides for next year. And we have to go by their schedules, because they're already booked for the Tennessee Fair, all the different state fairs and county fairs. So they've given us, I think, 3 or 4 dates that they're still open that we can vote on, and we're going to do that at the next meeting. So then it'll be announced after the fair when the date is for the next fair.
Because you need to look at the 4-H schedule as far as kids being able to move forward to district or to the state fair.
Well, I know they're doing a show this year already for the 4-H, basically for 4-H.
Because for us, it was in Indiana, the county fair was always the big deal.
Yeah. Have you seen the itinerary for the fair?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen it? Okay. Because they are doing all of the agricultural exhibits, all of the contests for the agricultural, for the farm animals, the petting zoo. It's all included in this year's
I
fair
know, but when it's
also.
a state fair.
It's already been.
It's already
So
been.
they can't go on to the state fair. Because a lot of
No.
times, in Indiana, if you won in the county fair, you could go to
Right.
the state fair.
Yes.
And that's what they go to before the state fair so they can participate in that.
I have no idea what they were I think what they were concerned with was trying to make the fair bigger, and that was to include all of the carnival rides
yeah,
and
that's-
everything else. So we have to go according to their schedules too.
Carnival rides are a big deal.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
How about a slogan contest for the community and maybe career days in the high school, even elementary school, take your parent to school or something like that, something chamber, can highlight local businesses, maybe go in there and talk and talk about challenges, Stewart County and, the future, things
Good
like that.
ideas.
High school and then a slogan contest.
Good ideas. I have to tell you all that I was a teacher for 16 years, so if you don't participate, a teacher in me wants to start assigning homework. And I'm through grading papers.
Have we ever done like a fishing tournament or some kind of hunting tournament?
Well, that's something we could think about doing. I don't know. I am really new to this position, which is why I'm pumping you all for information. But that's something we certainly can look into. To piggyback on the comment about our fishing or outdoor activities, that might be a great way to segue into having people understand and appreciate that we are who we are, and what we have. Absolutely.
I know everybody loves to hunt fish.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people would enjoy that.
That's
Or even
something we
like a
certainly can look into.
taxidermy competition. Who's got the best taxidermy? Something fun and lighthearted, easy.
Yeah. Awesome.
That could be wrapped up with the fair too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I know a lot of people like to see that stuff, so it would be cool.
Mossy
that
Oak
people
does
even come
something
and
like
look at
that, the Day of Conservation.
Oh yeah.
They do it every year where they
Oh, really?
have, and it's free for everybody. They provide the shirts and everything. They give away fishing poles. They have fishing contests for all of the kids, for the biggest fish, the most fish, different kinds of things. And last year was their first year for it. It was a blast. It was
Oh, really?
2 years. Last year was second year. It was a huge turnout.
Yeah,
Huge
it's
turnout. They had the beekeepers out there and with their suits and showed the kids all about that and the fishing and, yeah. Shooting contests, they did the shooting contests.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember what else, what? Yeah, but they're doing something like that.
Did they work with the chamber to sell that to the whole store? Because there were a lot of people that came from out of the county.
Yeah, I don't think they did because they were just putting it together. Did they?
No.
They did not, no.
So that would be a
So
good
that
thing
could
to
be
tie.
something that could be talked to.
So see how helpful you all have been today? You've actually, I hope, feel like you have some input into your chamber because that's what it needs to be. It needs to be an exchange of information. The chamber belongs to the entire county, and our prime focus is to help industry in our county be more fluid. We want to make sure that we have people coming into our county that have money to spend, that want to spend it with us, but we also want to make the economy better for our residents. So these are some things that the chamber focuses on and things that we want to make sure we include you in because again, this is your county too and this is your chamber too. So we want to make sure that we're always open to your ideas. And I really do appreciate everybody being so open and sharing things today because this is how we make progress. We take everybody's different ideas and put them together and see what we can come up with. So I know there are a lot of opportunities in Stewart County for you to offer service. And we want to also encourage you to do that from time to time when you find a project that's really close to your heart and it really speaks to you. Spend some time with that project. But please consider being involved in your chamber because the chamber, again, needs you. We can't survive if we don't have you. So, again, I want to thank you for coming. Do you have questions for me?
I'd like to add a couple of things. Amy.
Yes, sir.
A couple years ago, if you've been to Clarksville has an event, it's called the Tuckasee Outdoor Expo. If you've never been to that, that's a big hunting and fishing event. Bigger than they do over at the Wilmore Rooftop Event Center. Big. Boats, ATVs, they got all kinds of vendors, and it's big. Prior to COVID, we were trying to get them to come out here to Stewart County to do a Stewart County Tuckasee Expo. Now, if you're a duck hunter, you knew a couple of years ago when they would do the duck hunting draw blind contest at the high school, there'd be 3,000 people in Stewart County. At least 3,000. You know what they did afterwards? They went to go look for someplace to eat and get something to drink. Busy day for Stewart County. I remember looking at all the businesses and said, man, this is great. How can I keep them here? How can we keep them here in Stewart County? So we reached out to the Tuckasee Expo. This is something I haven't officially done. And say, hey, let's sit down and let me show you what all we were working on. It's something we can get. And if you don't know the visitor center, it's just the layout. There is not enough parking out there when we do a big event. The school next door has 96 parking spaces available. So we were going to do the event. We were going to have the vendors in here. Save that area for vendors, ATVs, boats. When you put boats and stuff out in front of your thing and you see what kind of event it is, you're going to know, hey, I need to go check that out. Well, you don't charge $20 to get in the door because I want the vendors to make the money. And I'm going to charge the vendors a small amount. I think they charge $100 at the Tuckasee Expo. I don't remember what they did, but I tried to get a feel. And I said, can I bring a smaller boat to Stewart County? Because you're right, we have access to LBL. We have access to all the hunting facilities. But we are a hunting and fishing town, guys, if you don't really know that. I mean, you see how many tournaments come through here. So instead of trying to do a tournament, which is high risk, because you got to get insurance for the water, the boaters, it's crazy. We don't do that in Legion. But if we could bring the Tuckasee Expo back, and we started that program, and again, COVID said it, so we didn't do it that year. So that's something that I'd work
What
with.
is it called?
The Tuckasee Hunt and Fishing Expo. The Tuckasee Expo. I just checked that they're doing their next event in March. We wanted to do it in the fall, which is better, capture those folks. You do it in the summer, you just don't get anybody out here.
No.
You don't want to sit on the parking lot. and
You
sell.
get the Fisher, but you want to get everybody
Yeah, the
going.
Tuckasee Hunt, yes, we did that. Also, we haven't done one for a while, and we used to do the Stewart County Quilt Show. Now, if you knew about quilts, all the barn quilts in Stewart County, I think there were 103, I can't remember exactly. A lot of barns, and those have the quilts on there, so we partnered one time with the Stewart County,
Art Guild?
yeah, the Arts Guild folks, and with the Sykes Museum, we hosted a Stewart County Quilt Show. The same day, the Paducah, Kentucky Quilting National Show happens, the same weekend. The same day, the Home Place does their quilt show, and then we did it the same day. And I think we had 130 quilts. We had some at the Business Center, we had some at the First Christian Church, and we had some at the Sykes Museum. And that brought a lot of people in because a lot of folks like to see the quilts. So if you don't know anything about quilts, I tried to touch one. It was on a pew, and a lady went like this. It was a Civil War quilt.
Wow.
She didn't want you touching it. I understood that once I got smacked because I got stamps and I knew that. So it's another event we can do, low impact for businesses. But again, when we bring people here, they share our history. We've got all the history. How many times did somebody that you don't know say, what are those things on the barns? What are those? What are those? Do you know what they represent? If you don't have the quilt pattern things, go back to the back office where the quilt room's at and grab you some maps. And it's going to tell you what the quilts represent and who they're from. It's a big part of our history. It's big. We're on the National Civil War Quilt Trail. Did you know that? And then lastly, we talked about outdoor things. The Piney Camper Fair, that's a Piney Campground, is open to businesses. If you're a business and you sell small trinkets or jewelry, it's open to businesses, guys. So and it doesn't cost you anything, so you sit up for a day. And campers, if you know, that drive golf carts and very expensive RVs have expendable cash to spend on stuff. And I'm serious. They have expendable cash. And we sit up there one time, and I tell our businesses, go out there if you want to sit up. I don't have to coordinate to the chamber. Go out there and sit up at the Piney Campers Fair. It's free. It's right here locally. And then lastly, the two events the kids do. Cross Creeks National Wildlife Refuge. I'm not sure if they did it this year or not. They usually do like a kids outdoor day, and they shoot bows and arrows and throw spears and get hunting and build birdhouses. That's something else our children can do, guys. And if you're not taking an opportunity of that, we have so many little things going on in Stewart County that there's no way we can do them all. So if you can at least take the opportunity to recognize that, and I would encourage if the flyers are out, to put a sign, stick it on your door. So if somebody goes into your business over there at Simply Couture and they got children, guess what? Hey, did you know about the kid thing down there? No, I didn't. Well, thank you, because how many new residents reside in Stewart County right now? A lot. In the past 5 years, we've seen an increase in new folks. And they're like, I don't know anything about the community. So share that with them.
And anytime you guys have something, we always have something up on our door for the community, because I think it's great. Yeah, just spread word of mouth. So.
And you said, Don, a lot of people came here for quilts way back when.
Yes.
Paducah is the home of the quilt museum.
Yes, sir.
Exit 4.
And we capitalized on the day they did their quote show. I said, God, just makes sense. If I get up from Paducah to the home place, then they're surely going to come by here. And once they come by here, guess what? They're hungry. That's how I thought.
One of the things too I want to have you put in your noodle is the annual chamber banquet. It's coming up in October. Details of that are coming later, but it's the 17th of October, and it will be here at the Visitor Center. We are looking for sponsors. We're looking for items for a silent auction. If you or you have a colleague or you have friends that might be interested in helping participate in that, that would be wonderful. Watch our Facebook page. Our Facebook page posts publicly as well, so anybody who's on Facebook gets the Facebook posts that we do, but we'll make sure that we post information as soon as it's forthcoming. But put that on your calendar, because this is about your chamber and we want you to participate. One of the things that we're doing different this year is we're having a banner and having our key members post their advertisement of their business on the banner. So it can be your name, your logo, or just your name. However you want to do that, there are different tiers for that, and that will be an information that we share on Facebook, because I don't want to overload you today. I want you to want to come back. I don't want to scare you away. So if you all don't have anything else, if there's pizza still, please make sure you've had enough to eat for lunch today. Beverages, please make sure to help yourself. And if you have questions or concerns or things you want to talk to Katie or me about, or even Holly, because she's been really great at taking notes for us today, so she's going to help us remember all the things that I will forget by the time I walk out the door. My daddy would say I have a good memory, but it's just really short. So I do appreciate you sharing your time with us today, and I hope that you go away from here with a new appreciation of your chamber and how much I'm sincere when I tell you that your chamber needs you. We have a lot of opportunity for growth, but we need to grow it by new people being involved in the chamber. So again, please make sure you keep that in mind too. But Peggy and I will be here if you have questions or concerns or things you want to make sure that we're aware of that are going on in your business. Please come let us know. Otherwise, we will see you at the next meeting, which will be in November. I think it's in November. Christmas parade, Christmas lights, scarecrow contest, and the trees, Christmas tree show. We'll keep you informed on all of those things on Facebook. The theme for the Christmas parade this year is Tennessee Christmas. So that's what we're going with this year.
And what day in November is the next meeting?
Hang on just a minute, Mr. Jerry, and let me see. It is November 13th.
Okay.
If I can, I just want to throw
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Everything that was mentioned in here today, I'm not from Stewart County. So I hear a lot of things that there's nothing for kids to do. And everything that was mentioned today, these festivals, the Halloween parade, the fishing, the Tuckasee, the cross creeks, that's all going to involve kids, which I think is great. Would it be too late, do you think, to try to organize a Halloween parade for children? Melissa, you always did movies, like for just people, where we could do the parade, then do the movie. Even if we could get the visitor center for a certain night, we could do the movie in here and do like popcorn and candy apples, stuff like that for the kids after the parade. I'm trying to think of things to get the community involved. I love the festival thing you did. Back home where I'm from, it seemed like there was 2 festivals every month. There was the Peach Fest, the Strawberry Fest, and it was always a big thing. And that would draw people in, not just from here, but Paris, Clarksville, Cumberland City. I'm running through all these things. I want to talk to you about the Cross Creeks thing, Don.
Mr. Cody, I'll get to you in just a
Yeah,
second. I
the
know you've got
festival,
some.
they have the Halloween festival that's going to be going on now at the Armory for kind of like the trick or treating, but that would be crazy. But a parade, I mean, surely it wouldn't be too hard to organize a costume parade before Halloween for kids, you think?
There's a lot involved in planning a parade.
Go ahead.
We lived in Bozeman, Montana for 3 years, and the way they handle Halloween is similar to Houston County. They kind of shut down a portion of town, and the businesses would all open up their doors between like 4 and 6, and they had the parade that came through. It was just they capitalized on that hometown, small town feel, and they had, a law enforcement involvement to keep everybody safe, but just kind of shut things down. It's nostalgic. People are really interested right now in connecting to the past and wholesome things because things are changing, and there's a draw even among young people to kind of connect to that nostalgic thing, and that could really be something.
Clarksville does that,
Right.
and it was suggested way before you came, Friday on Franklin, that's what it is. It was suggested before you took over. Angie, in fact, I was talking with Angie, we were trying to plan it, and then Angie left, but something similar to what you're talking about, but at Christmas time. With the town square here, doing something where it was blocked off, and Angie said they already had this, they already have the dresses, the clothing for that time frame where we could do a Christmas festival in the town of Dover.
And the different
Yes.
businesses there at Christmas would have one of them would have like a gingerbread
Yes.
contest at the business, or the kids could decorate, like if it was a donut shop, come on and, sprinkle their own donut.
Mhm.
It got everybody involved, and it got like people into your business. Also, we have to just be realistic about the fact that we are a low income community, and we don't have a lot of things for families to do. So I'm past that, I'm not going to talk about children, but
Mhm.
it starts with the whole family being healthy, and when we offer things for the family to do that are low cost, it's going to change the dynamic of our community. And then when people who have money to spend see businesses doing these things, then they want to get involved too. And it's really neat how that works.
Well, and I think that if it started happening, more businesses and more people would then become involved.
I agree.
You know,
But it's got to start.
in Galveston, they always had a Dickens on the Strand, and everybody would be dressed in that period. And they'd
Yes,
go around
that's what
singing,
we were talking about
and
for
It was really a lot of
downtown.
fun there in Galveston.
Yes.
Mr.
And
Cody,
I know
you
they
had
do it in
something
St.
you wanted to
Louis.
share?
I was gonna say, if you're gonna start that Christmas parade out, an idea might be rather than try to block the streets off and have these kids going up and down hills, have it out at the track at the high school. They can stage out behind it, come in, go once around, back out. You can put a trunk or treat inside the high school
That's a
for the
good
kids.
idea.
And keep it in one area, and then if it grows, it gets bigger,
And move.
then figure where to expand it to.
Well, the good thing about doing that is there probably wouldn't be as many permits. We won't have to worry about traffic control. We won't have to worry about a lot of things that we do when we do the parade through town. So that's a good one to
Your
look
market
into.
is right here, you got the school right
Yeah.
here, you got the school right
Yeah,
there.
the
Yeah.
school would be great, and the insurance would be covered already. And they just got the grant for the big walking trail out there at the Athletic Association. That whole place is getting ready to change. Y'all are gonna be amazed. But they just got the grant for that, so that
So we
would be
have
possible then
options.
for the following years to do it.
Expand it, yeah.
Yeah.
Great brainstorming session.
Let me ask you a question. Who knows about what's happening on September 28th in Stewart County? September 28th. It's shocking. Take a kid to car show, how many years now, Melissa? 6,
Oh, yeah.
7, 8?
Out at the high
How many-
school.
How many years?
I think 6.
6
It's
years.
at the
Take a
high
kid to
school.
car show. You know what it costs? Nothing. You know how many cars? Last year was amazing. That was the most, the biggest.
It grows every year.
Biggest, and we're also doing a motorcycle ride. If you
Yeah.
want to bring a car.
And we're having, this year we're adding a bike show for kids to bring their bikes. And it doesn't have to be bicycle, bicycle, tricycle, you know, power wheel, big wheel, wagons, whatever. We're gonna have a section for kids. They can't bring their bikes and ride around, because if they hit my car, I'm gonna be upset. But we're gonna have that section for the kids, you know, because it started out as take a kid to a car show, and we really want the kids to come and have a good time. And they do get to, you know, they get to get in the helicopters, they get to get you know, the fire trucks and all those things, so they still have a lot to do, but we wanted to give them something to do, and if they can bring their bikes, they can decorate them, you know, however they want to, and then we've got some prizes. We're giving away we're giving away a bike, we're giving away a couple of the little scooters and stuff, so.
And it's grown every year.
It grows every year.
Yeah.
Last year, we had over 65 cars registered, and there were more that just didn't register. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we have.
There's a flyer on that.
Sydney brought a flyer, it's on
Got a lot
that.
of-
And that same day, we're doing the tour
Yes,
run,
today.
benefit
Yeah.
the Stewart
But we
County
gotta
Christmas program, provide motorcycle tour run, we're doing it that same day. So that, again, if you say there's nothing for kids in Stewart County, you just ain't looking hard enough.
Yeah.
You know, ask, if you're not sure, ask Melissa, if not ask me, if not ask Angie, ask somebody, say, hey, what's going on with kids? And you know what? Almost everything we do is free.
Yeah.
You know, bring some money for popcorn, if they don't do popcorn for free, but they usually do, the Boy Scouts do. But just bring a couple of dollars and it's free, guys, and I'll tell you what, the library does a hands-on the truck event also for kids. I'm not sure when they do it, but they'll bring fire trucks and other vehicles out there, and you know what, the kids get up there, they bring the military vehicles, you get up there and climb on that stuff, and again, it's free.
Yep.
Hands-on the trucks,
Yep.
it's really cool.
We just gotta get it started instead of just talking
Yeah.
about it, so.
I think we have a good group, and thank you again and again and again, and I can't thank you enough for all of your input and your ideas. Don, thank you for coming and sharing information about the VFW, the auxiliary, American Legion. We really appreciate all of that information as well. So again, I hope to see you at the next meeting. The next general meeting, again, is going to be in November. I hope to see you all at the banquet in October. Call the chamber office if you ever have questions or concerns. You can send us an email. You can message us on Facebook. We're here to serve you. So Peggy and I want to make sure that you understand that we have an open door, and we would love to talk to you about things that you have going on, or your ideas, or things that you like, or things that you're not really crazy about. But again, thank you for your participation and for being here today and sharing your time.
And don't forget Friday is for the
Salad.
library salad luncheon.
Salad lunch.